Hey y'all, what's going on? What is going on? I know I was muted. I was muted because my brother-in-law was asking me a question about something, I don't know. But what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all, let me tell you, I was supposed to come home and take my notes for Love and Marriage DC, and I ended up falling asleep. I ended up falling asleep, and then my husband jumped up because he was asleep too. He's like, "Oh my god!" Because my daughter was in dance class, so he had to go run out and get her. And then it like shocked me out of sleep. So I was like, "Let me get my life together because I got to lie." And then I wanted to do DC, so I guess I'm gonna do DC tomorrow because your girl didn't take no notes at all, none, not even one, not none for it. Okay, but I did watch it. So couples retreat, y'all. I don't know why, but I'm actually enjoying watching this, and I actually like this. I don't know. I like the group of people. I am getting low key frustrated with Shamari and Ronnie. Like I hope like next episode they really open up and like really show us who they are. Because I feel like they really surface with a lot of their stuff. They bring up the one issue that they had, and it's just that one issue, just about them, her leaving for a woman. And I will say that I think that Shamar, I think she like women, and I think Ronnie don't like that. And based on what we saw for next episode coming up, I could tell that that's a trigger for him. That's definitely a trigger for him. Okay, yes, they think they are the perfect couple. Yeah, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying because it's like I get it that you've been through some stuff, but like you can't be sitting here, trying to like, let's just get into the episode because we're gonna get to it. Because Shamari really, it's Shamari though. She bothers me, and I don't know why she bothered me so much, but baby, she do. Okay, so the episode picks up. I just don't understand. Y'all, I be at home doing nothing for the longest. As soon as I get up here, everybody want to start going in and out the doors, doing whatever they want to do in this house. Like, come on, come on. Okay, but anyway, let's get into it. So the episode picks up where it left off. Okay, where they were supposed to be taking the love language test, and Daniel over there talk about how he don't love her, I don't love her, I don't want to take the test, and this, that, and other. I'm just sitting here like, yo, like you are a grown man, you act like a child. Okay, even Styles is like, bro, like chill. You doing too much. Like you making this hard. Okay. Claudia over there talking about something. Oh, that hurt me. Oh, that hurt me. I say, girl, you be quiet. Okay. Because you got the ultimate hurt, okay, from the man who actually loved you, who told you he not sexually attracted to you. You just chill, okay? Because she was just so dramatic with the, oh, that hurt me, girl. We always hurt for you last week, okay? Okay, got it. Okay, Jess in the confessional talking about something. This clown, he's a clown. Like, he's a clown. Like, what's the point of him keep going and saying like, oh my god, I don't love her, I don't love her. And I'm like, exactly. Like, he really just bothers me so much. Okay, so she's shutting down. And he got the nerve to say, don't be like that. Why you being like that? We was just fine. Okay, and now you're not fine because you keep saying and doing things that, of course, is going to make her upset. She's supposed to be fine after you keep shouting to the world that you don't love her. Huh? She's supposed to be fine with that. Like, what's up with him? I'm like, we was just fine. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, how about you just not do what you doing? How about that? Okay. So he thinks that he's just being honest. I'm like, at your big grown age, you haven't learned that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You ain't learned that yet. At your age that you at now, you just think you just being honest. There's one way to be honest, and then there's another way to be, sensitive and honest at the same time. Like, boy, I'm not playing this game. First of all, he's too old. How old is he? And I was looking at him in the confessional. Why he got zebras? Was those zebras on his neck? His turtleneck got zebras on it. And at first I was sitting here like, why this man got on like this like priest outfit? Like them priest suits. And then I looked closer and I was like, is that freaking zebras on his neck? Yeah, he's childish. He's childish with the zebras and all. Okay. So AJ and John come. Now I don't know why John is there. I feel like he getting paid for nothing. Y'all, he get paid for nothing. The man ain't go around interfering with the games and ask them no questions. He didn't even stay at the men's when the men was sitting down eating after they switched the phones. He didn't even stay. Like, he has really nothing to say through the whole episode. I'm like, we could have left him where he was at. No one told y'all to go get this man. Y'all went and got the man to help the men, and he not even doing his part. Child, the men is just lackluster. Okay, I'm just starting to just think that it's just the men. Okay, so AJ and John, when they show up, she tells them, "Look, we gonna play a game. The game we gonna play a game. Y'all going, all the men are gonna like speed date, and you're gonna talk about the games that you play. Okay? So Michael and Jess are playing, like the Jenga or whatever, and they pulling out the things, and she's joking with him like, see, you don't even know how to pull out. You don't even know how to pull out. That's your problem. That's your problem." And I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to go. So AJ, as she's going around asking questions, Kiona starts to realize that she's playing games because she's holding out on sex. Okay, so that's the game that she uses, and she's like, I never really realized that I play games too. And that's the one thing about us. Sometimes we feel like what we're doing, it's just like a reaction to, them. But at the same time, like, that's a disservice to us too, because like, girl, you mean to tell me you don't want to get rubbed down a little bit? You don't want nothing? Girl, you need to go ahead and get up under that man. If y'all gonna be together, be together. Okay, don't withhold anything, especially if you at this point where you in love and you trust him and whatever the case may be. Because when you play the games like withholding sex and then be mad when he go and have sex with somebody, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. That's all on you. Okay. So Shamari don't want to go deep for nothing. Styles asked her, like, so what's up? So what kind of games you play? She's talking about something. Oh, I fart. I'll be farting on him. Like, he don't like that. He don't like that when I fart on him. So I'm sitting here like, so we doing this? This what we doing, Shamari? This is the games that y'all play? When you fart on him? How is that? What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. Like, girl, you be sitting there ready to coach everybody about their life and what they should and should not do. Why you at the couples retreat is everything so perfect? That's why when that bird pooped on her, it was hilarious, because she's full of ish. She's completely full of ish. Like, that's what you get. That's exactly what you get. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. You said Nick is not Nick is attractive and he talks a little slow, but but to me he's fine. He I don't know if he just talks slow, or he just be high, but it's something, okay? Because I just be like, oh my God, Nick, get it out, get it out. What are you trying to say? What are you saying? Like, between, like, it's like his mouth is full of juice. It's like he can't, I don't know. It be bothering me. It definitely be bothering me, okay? For real. And I was happy when that daggone bird pooped on Shamari, because she full of ish, okay? Girl, the games you play is farting. Surface. That's why I'm finally happy. Next episode, we're gonna get down to the bottom of this thing, okay? Because I already see what it is. I see exactly what it is, okay? Jess finally admits that everything that Daniel be saying is hurting her feelings. And I'm like, I don't know why we as women want to act like, sometimes like things don't hurt us. Like, it's a guard. Like, we have to be so strong. Like, we can't just be like, that hurt my feelings. Like, girl, just tell that man, stop saying that stuff, because you hurting my feelings. Okay, you ain't got to be in love with me, but you ain't got to tell the whole world that you not in love with me. Like, no one said you had to be in love with me, but like, are we even working towards that? Do you like me at this point? Like, what's happening? Because every time, like, it's a simple game of like love language. Obviously, you want to make love to me, right? Obviously, you want to make love to me so you can take the love language test. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Yes, he definitely does that on purpose to her, okay? So Claudia wants Daniel to realize that So Claudia is telling Daniel like he needs to realize that it's the things that he say. And I'm like, exactly. Like I really don't see it for him. I don't see it for Daniel at all. I feel like he has an ulterior motive. It's something about him that rubs me completely wrong. Okay. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's like got money. I don't know like what he is or whatever. But I feel like he may be using Jess. And I don't like that. Okay, like he came on this show for what? If you're not going to take this process serious, if you're not going to really, dig into this and really try to open up and get to know her, to fall in love with her, what is your real purpose of being here? Because every chance you get, you turn around talking about something. Oh, I don't love her. He did say that he made her mad on purpose. Like, how old are you? Why are you playing games? Why would you take a task or an exercise that's supposed to help us and help us grow and get stronger? Why would you take the time to purposely say something to hurt my feelings? For what? How is that helping us? I feel like he needs to do better. Like, no, just leave him, girl, leave him, because he's not good for her at all. He does nothing. He's not beneficial to her. He's not bringing anything to the table. It seems like, for me, the fact that he's not affectionate with her, the fact that she's like, first of all, I wanted to say this because, like, I forgot. It's been 8 months. I don't know about y'all, and y'all could tell me if I'm bugging or not, but don't you think 8 months is enough time to be in love with somebody? Like, people usually start talking about marriage and stuff like that within a year or two. You don't think that 8 months is a long time? Like, I feel like that's a red flag. Okay, if I'm dating a man exclusively, monogamously, just us two, I would really hate for it be 8 months and he's shouting out to the world that he's not in love with me. And at this point, I would start to wonder, why aren't you falling in love with me? What is stopping you from falling in love with me? And if we should even continue, because like it's been 8 months. So much so that sometimes like we confuse lust with love, and he's not even in a lustful love. You know what I mean? With a point where it's like, oh, you'd be like, I love him, and you realize you don't even love him. It just was lust. You said, nah, 8 months is quick to love, but at least jump my bones every 5 minutes. Look, Noy was over there on the Married at First Sight, said she was in love in 3 weeks. So if he can't get it in 8, I don't know what to tell you. Because even my husband was like, 8 months? And I'm not saying like you're just like dating and you're talking to other people and stuff like that. But if you're in an exclusive relationship with somebody for 8 months, I feel like y'all, especially to come on couples retreat, y'all should at least be somewhere where it's close to love. You know what I mean? I just feel like what I think it's a red flag, y'all. I think that's a red flag. I wouldn't want to be with nobody for almost a year. That's closer to a year, right? That's closer to a year. I wouldn't want to be with someone for almost a year and they still talk about, like, I don't love her. I don't love her. Like, I can't take the love language test because I don't love her. Everything we doing is for people in love. Then why is you on a couple retreat, Mr. Daniel? Grandpa Daniel? Because I know that man is old. He's too old for Jess, because Jess 29. So he gotta be like a good 37. 37, maybe. He pushing 40. He pushing 40. Okay, where did Jess find him? That's the question. Like, just stop picking up these crazy men off the street. That's what it's given at this point. Okay. So when Ronnie is talking to Radha, he asked her about her marriage that she had been in for 16 years. I was like, Radha was in a marriage for 16 years and she divorced and end up with Michael Blackson? No, seriously. You was in a 16-year marriage with someone and you end up with Michael Blackson afterwards. Like, girl, what happened? I need to see what happened in that marriage. Why y'all not together? And why you over here with Michael Blackson? So I can understand. So this added clarity for me, right? Because she said that in that relationship she was committed and it was just them two. So I think that she realized that even in a committed relationship and things like that, or maybe he cheated on her or whatever the case may be, because we didn't get down to the details, but I feel like it altered her way of thinking and her relationship with Michael to the point where she feels as though, okay, you know what, maybe he won't cheat anyway, or maybe she was like, in that marriage for so long that she just wanted to be free. And so when she hit the streets, baby, she hits the streets. She was locked up for 16 years, and when the streets said, "I come, she said, "I'm coming," and she ran full force. Okay, because they started off where it was like she was fine with the threesomes, and she was watching him have the sex and all that other stuff and partaking in all that good stuff. She was enjoying that, and that's cool. But I think that now that she's back at this place where she wants to be committed, she's not fine with that. But I think a lot of this has to do with that past relationship. But I was really shocked to learn that she was in a marriage for 16 years. I think that would be a lot. I think that would be traumatic to be with somebody for so long, then have to go back into the real world and then realize that it don't matter what you do in a relationship, it can always end regardless, right? So you might as well set your own standards of what you want the relationship to be. And Michael is literally just using her. He's using her. He's using her. Okay, he don't care enough about her. He says he cares enough about her, but he's only using her because she's allowing herself to be used. Okay, she's allowing him to go ahead and do all the things that he want to do, so he can still have the benefits of, oh, I got a fiance, but I still have my side pieces. Child, I don't understand why anybody would want to be. Never mind. Because Michael, never mind. Okay. John said, John was in a confessional. He said that he feels like Radha is going to try to change Michael, and you can't do that. If it's not fitting, then it's just not working. And I totally agree, because we already know that this is this man and this is how he won't be, and it's just that on that. So at this point, I tell old girl, cut your losses, go out and find you someone who you actually want to be in a committed relationship with, because maybe she didn't think she wanted to be in a committed relationship, and now she does, and that's perfectly fine, because it's okay to change your mind. But you can't make Michael change his mind with you, because if you get down to it, she signed up for this, and now she don't want this no more. She want him to change it, and he's like, no, this was never the case. This was always supposed to be me, you, and the side chicks. It was always supposed to be all of us. Like, child, I don't understand. Like, you can't. I don't get the idea of having an open relationship, but having boundaries on the openness of the relationship. If you want to let that man go ahead and cheat, let him cheat in peace. Baby, just let him cheat in peace, because you cannot keep track of how many side pieces he's had. Even if you do tell him he can have one a month, you already opened the gate to 2 to 3 to 4, because there's no way he's going to go out and just have one cheat once a month. And to be honest, how do you expect for him to actually even have the opportunity to cheat with the women if he don't actually try to get to know them? Because men have to run game, right, of some sort. So they got to get your number. They got to talk to you. They got to put it in your ear. They got to wine and dine you a little bit, do what they got to do so they can get what they want, right? So how does she expect for him to have side chicks if he can't have no type of communication or relationship with them? And then it makes me also wonder, like, girl, so you're fine with him. I hope she's using protection when she has sex with him, because you're fine with him actually having sex with 12 women in a year and then turn around and having sex with you. And then on top of that, these is with women that you don't even want him to have any type of relationship with. So they definitely just random, because you don't want him to go back and double twice. You don't want him to hit it again. It got to be a new one every time. So every time so you mean to tell me he got to go find new girls every time he want to go? Like, it's the logic for me. Maybe she thought he won't be able to go find a new girl random. But you got to remember, these girls be out here just throwing it at these people when they think they got money and stuff like that. So I guess. But like, the whole setup to that arrangement or the contract that they had just don't make sense to me in my brain. It just don't. Because if you want to say, go ahead and you could, have side piece, go ahead and have one side piece. Have one side piece that we both can, like, do whatever we want to do together. Sometimes you can have it whenever you want, blah 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 blah. We all got to understand, and we know what's happening, we know what's up, blah 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 blah. But like, you just want him to go find some random girls, have sex with them, don't say nothing else to them ever again, and then turn around and sleep with him. That sound nasty. That sound nasty. And then be mad when he to take them to breakfast to thank them for their services. Like, girl. The logic of it just don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. That's why I'm like, if you're going to do it, just do it, because you can't put boundaries on it like that. That don't make sense to me. It just don't. Okay. So, when Ajwa is talking to Michael, he's like, yeah. And I don't like how he always throws out the fact that she lets him have sex with other women and she watches and stuff like that. Because he's telling Ajwa, like, yeah, she watched me have sex with other girls. And Ajwa was like, oh, no, it's a no for me. It's definitely a no for me. I don't care. Call me old-fashioned, call me whatever you want to call me, but it still won't be a no for me. And I'm like, exactly, okay? Like, girl, what? But I feel like if that's something y'all into, then cool, right? If that's something y'all into, cool. If y'all want to have threesomes, cool. If you want to watch whatever, cool. But why he gotta run around and tell everybody like it's a badge of honor? He does it like a high school kid who never had sex before finally has sex and wants to tell everybody, like, oh, guess what? My girl watched me have sex with other women. Oh, guess what? It's like, is you a grown man? Like, do you even really enjoy this? Or is it that you just want to be able to say that you can do it? Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure he enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm sure he enjoyed it. But I'm saying, I think it's more so the fact that he can say that he has this versus a lot of men who don't. Okay. So he feels like he wants something or he doing something, because like, why you got to sit there and tell the whole world every time? I think I heard him tell, y'all, I think he said it every episode. And then he was on a live on Instagram telling the world the same thing. Like, she a freak. She a freak. So freaking what? But why you got to put it out there like that? Like, that's what she means by respect, sir. You don't even have respect to keep y'all personal business personal. Okay, she let you have one side chick a month. That don't mean she wants you to go out and tell the whole world that she like to watch you have sex with other women. Like, girl, boy, what? Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand him. And I don't understand why anyone would want to be with him in a real serious relationship when it's very clear that he don't want a real serious relationship. Okay. And I feel like he does this on purpose. Like, he knows that he can get away with it and he does it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. When AJ comes over there, she's telling Michael that he feels like he's stringing her along. She feels like he's stringing her along because he's never going to commit to her. He's never going to give her what she wants. And that's what I mean by, like, you give him an inch, he takes a mile. Girl, you gave him one side chick a month and he still can't hold up to the point to that. So this is not what you really want. It's just not, okay? So so then we find, so Claudia, where am I? Okay. So Claudia, instead of telling him, so when Claudia's talking, she's saying that instead of telling him that he hurt her feelings talking about KJ, she starts taking digs at him back, okay? Meanwhile, he's saying that he take digs at her because he's trying to get a reaction out of her. So what they doing is the total opposite of what they both want. So he's doing things to get a reaction out of her, and she acts unbothered. And because she acts unbothered, he continues to do things to bother her, to try to get her bothered. Instead, she takes shots back at him, and then his little feelings be hurt. So what they doing is they in a cycle of hurting each other. I'm going to do things to you to get a reaction out of you. And instead of you giving me the reaction that I want, you go and start digging at me. And I'm just like, girl, like, it's so unhealthy. Okay. And why would he choose to be so critical of her and to get a reaction instead of just saying what he wants? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to tear me down? Why do you have to pick me apart why you gotta talk about my eyebrows? Why you gotta talk about my eyelashes? Why you gotta talk about not see? A part of me feels like he told her he wasn't sexually attracted to her to get a reaction out of her, because I'm sure he's sexually attracted to her. He has to be. I think he said that to get a reaction out of her. And it's just like he playing games. Like, instead of her saying that things hurt her feelings, she goes back and she talks about him. So now she's talking about the food is nasty when he's trying to be romantic. And she like, it's nasty because I thought this is what we do. I thought this is what we do. So now I'm just sitting here like, I feel like they are in a they may have a decent type of relationship if they could figure out why they doing the things that they doing. Because for me, I don't understand why he would intentionally want to do things to make her feel bad about herself. You know what I mean? It's like he's trying to make her feel bad about herself. And I don't like that, because I feel like there's all types of ways to get your point across or to even get a reaction out of someone. But to go out and start talking about, how they look and make them feel bad about themselves, and then say something as far as not being sexually attracted to her to really, really, really get your point across, I feel like that's really low key effed up, because I honestly feel like now that I'm thinking about it, he said that just to get in under her skin. That's what I'm thinking. He had to. Okay. So when that bird pooped on Shamari, just wish the bird would have pooped on Daniel. And I'm like, he should have, both of them. And Shamari full of ish, okay? She bothers me. She bothers me. She's bothering me. She is bothering me, okay? So all the couples sit down and they have to ask a question. They ask the question like, who sacrificed the most? And how do you feel about that? So Jess says she sacrificed the most, but now she's starting to pull back. As you should, sis. As you should, okay? I don't even know why you sacrificing anything for this man, okay? Because obviously he don't even care enough to care about your feelings to not say the things that he say, because he feel like he want to be honest. It's like I think he gets a kick out of talking down to her and her being who she is. I think he gets a kick out of the fact that she wants to be with him and she is who she is. And so he uses it as leverage, like, I'm not falling for you, I'm not doing this for you, I'm not going head over heels for you, like, I'm not bowing down to you like everybody else. I get the vibe that that's what he's trying to do. Like, I'm not a yes man, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear like all these other people around you, because Jess has some type of celebrity status. So I'm sure she's surrounded by yes people to a certain extent. I'm sure she has people who bend over backwards for her. So I feel like he's trying to set himself apart by acting like he's not all into her the way he should be. Because it's like, why are you acting embarrassed, or why are you acting like a child to be in love with a woman? Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. You get what I'm saying? I hope I said that how I meant it. But I really feel like he's at that point where he is just definitely not trying to be a yes man to her or bow down to her or make her feel like she's special, because so many other people do. And you know what? We as women, we always tend to go for the man who treat us like ish. Why we want to be with the man who treat us like ish? Why? Why? Somebody tell me why. Because she's still like there. She's still there. She still wants this, I guess. Okay. But we're gonna find out next week if she really wants this. We'll find out. Okay. So Ryder says she feels like she sacrificed the most, but she does it because she loves him. She cares for him and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's part of the problem. Like, if you notice that it was a lot of the women doing most of the sacrificing. And it's just like, why do we have to sacrifice so much for the love of a man? You know what I mean? Like, why are we sacrificing and it's not we're not getting the same in return? It's not a 50-50 sacrifice. It's not a compromise. It's just, I'm putting me to the side for you. And the reason why she does it is because she loves him and she cares for him. But what has he done to deserve it? What has he done to deserve besides be able to probably financially provide for you? Because it doesn't seem like he's there emotionally for you, I just don't get it. Okay. Kiona says that she's put herself on the back burner for Nick. She put herself on the back burner for her. She knows she did it, this, that, and the other. And he's like, yeah, I know you did a lot. But then he wants to throw up the fact that she's also withholding sex for him. Like, yeah, you're sacrificing sex too. And she like, can we just keep it on top of it? And I'm just like, yo, just get that man some sex so y'all can have a regular conversation, because he can't focus, okay? He can't focus. He just want to get laid, and then probably he could bring all his thoughts together, okay? Because y'all know men wired a little different, okay? And she's been holding out. Just get that man some sex so y'all can talk about the sacrifices of it all, okay? Because I really feel like he is getting to the point where he understands that she did do a lot for him, and she understands that he does need to step up, but he just doesn't like the fact that she's not up under him all the time. That's what I'm starting to get from, and I got that from when they were sitting down talking, that he doesn't like the fact that she's starting to find herself and finding her own identity, and it does not revolve around him. And that's a hard pill for men to swallow when they're used to a woman always, being up under them, definitely is. Okay. So everyone is getting ready for dinner. I want to say Jess looked real cute. Okay, she looked real cute in her little outfit. Okay, Aja, I love that jacket. I don't know, something about that jacket with her boots and her hair. Oh, she was giving. It was giving. Okay, I really liked it. Okay, so there was and there's no way. Like I wrote this in my notes. Like there's no way Michael always wants to have sex like this. Like when she got dressed up, he like, oh, I could just pull out the mandingo now. Like ew. I don't want to think about ew. I don't want to think about that. Not from him. Ilk. It's just no. Okay, just no. So when they get there, they start talking about what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, love is all this other stuff. So we're going to do an exercise, okay? We got two separate tables, the women's tables, the men's tables. And what they're going to do is we're going to swap phones. Now, y'all, I was with Nick. I was with Nick and Kiona on this because she was like, if this was a couple of years ago, I would never get that phone. Would never get that phone. And I'm just like, ooh, child, like that. I'm telling you, the switching of the phone is the biggest trust, biggest trust exercise I think you could ever do. Because even if you feel as though, like, I understand the nervousness of it all, because I don't have nothing in my phone, absolutely nothing. But if my husband asks me for my phone, like, let me see your phone, and like it had no context to it, I'd be like, for what? Like a part of me would be like, what's in here? What's in here? What's in here? I know ain't nothing in here, but I feel like maybe something in here. You know what I mean? So I can get it, right? But if he was just like, oh, let me see your phone so I could get in the phone number or something, like if it's a context behind it, I can understand. But like, if it's just like, let me see your phone out of nowhere, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't like that. I like that. What you done heard? Okay. And I definitely get it, because these phones, baby, hold a lot of trouble. These phones hold a lot of trouble. So initially, let me tell y'all who I thought was not going to switch. Who's show hopping? Oh yeah, they was on Marriage Boot Camp. I said that. I already know, like they not going nowhere. They just trying to get a check, baby. They ain't got no problems. They got problems. They got marriage issue problems, but it ain't nothing that's going to break them apart. Okay, they just continue to working on their marriage, period. But so my initial thing, this is who I thought was not going to switch phones. I didn't think that Nick was going to switch phones. Okay, I didn't think that Daniel was going to switch phones. I didn't think that. Now I thought Michael. I don't know why I thought Michael would switch phones, because he didn't have nothing to hide. But I also felt like he probably wouldn't, because the boundaries that they have in place that he don't follow. Okay, I knew Shamari and Ronnie was going to switch. I knew Styles and Ajawa was going to switch. I even went to the think that Claudia and KJ was going to switch. Okay, so when we found out that, so Michael's talking about something. Oh, I don't want to give my phone because like she could find something from 5 years ago. Baby, if it's from 5 years ago, she ain't got enough time to get to it. And what kind of storage you got on your phone? Because like 5 years ago, the messages start to delete themselves after a certain amount of time. Okay. So miss me with the BS. Miss me with the BS, Michael. Miss me. Okay. So when Nick and Kiana, they swap. And I'm like, that's good for them. I think that is so good for them because they definitely been through a lot. And for him to give up that phone, he was like, remember you love me. Remember you love me. I felt like I don't know. A part of me just felt like that's a win. That's a win for them because he didn't fight it. He didn't argue it. He didn't do nothing. He just gave it to her. And so I said to my husband, I said, maybe he cleaned it off. Like maybe he cleaned everything out. And my husband was like, yeah, but you can't stop somebody from texting you. But now that I think about it, you sure can, because all you gotta do is block them, right? So this is what I tell y'all, ladies. Let me tell y'all. So this is what you're supposed to do. You get the phone, go to the block list. Okay, go to the block list. That's the list you need to go to. Those are all the numbers. Go to the block list. Y'all be looking for the wrong stuff. Let me stop. Okay, let me stop. Because I would think like if you go on a retreat or whatever, you go to couples, you go work on your marriage, and you be out here doing dirt, you probably should block all of those numbers and delete everything. Get it out of there, get it out of there, get it out of there. But that's a lot of stuff to clear if you're doing something. So just don't do nothing. Okay. And I hate the saying that you go looking for something, you find it. No, I shouldn't go looking for something and find it. There should be nothing for me to find. Okay. I shouldn't be able to find anything. There should be nothing for me to find, even if I'm looking for it. Okay. Okay. So if I'm looking, it's because I know I'm about to find something, period. Okay. So I was happy that they switched phones. So, Michael is not swapping his phone. And I'm just like, yo, like he never fails to disappoint me ever. He feels like it's invading her privacy. I said, Michael, it's invading her privacy. Her privacy? No, no, it's not invading her privacy. She's fine with giving you the phone. Okay. So then Daniel says he agrees with Mike. And I'm like, Daniel, I don't like him. I don't like him. And I don't think there's anything that he can do that's going to make me like him. I don't like him for just at all. Like he's just a horrible partner to me. Like he's emotionally unavailable. He does things intentionally to hurt her. Like I don't like people like that. I just don't, because like this is clear. It is very clear that he doesn't love her. It's very clear. Like, let's just say that. Because you know how like people can say, I'm not in love yet. I'm not in love yet. And you like, yes, you is. Yes, you is. No, not for him. Not for him. It's very clear that every time he say I'm not in love, we get it. We got it. You ain't got to tell us. We understand. We know. Okay. It shows. It's there. We got it. So when the ladies go to sit down, we realize that Claudia didn't swap. So Claudia got side pieces. Claudia got her some side pieces, okay? Because Claudia said it was me who didn't want to switch. It was me, because I just thought about it like, I had some exes and stuff that sometimes be checking up on me. So what be in those conversations, Claudia? Claudia, girl, what you be saying when they be checking up on you? How the conversation go that you don't want to switch? Okay, Claudia says, no, it was my decision. He just looked so uncomfortable, so I was just like, you know what, we don't have to do this. Claudia got a sneaky link or two. Okay, because she was not, it sounded good, right? It looked good in the beginning. Yeah, we can switch. And then when the Tamara turned away, she was like, you know what? You just look so uncomfortable. We ain't got to do this. You don't want to do this, right? Yeah, all right. She thought about that. So I was like, oh, I still be talking to some of my exes. Okay. Do he know that you still be talking to some of your exes, huh? Do KJ know that you still be talking to some of your exes? Okay, so it sounds like you ain't too perfect over there, Claudia. Just saying. And it's funny because if it was a man, we would have been down his back like, why he don't want to switch? But Claudia, she told us what it was. We know exactly what it is. Okay, so Rhonda's sitting at the table and she's just sad and oh wait, no. AJ said that Claudia and KJ are playing games. And I say exactly. Exactly. They are definitely playing games with this. Oh, we not going to switch phones and we not going to do this. I don't know what kind of relationship they have. But I feel like it's not, I feel like they have a good relationship. And it's like you do what you want to do, I do what I want to do, but we show face for each other. I don't really feel like there is a romantic relationship between them two anymore. Like it's so comfortable. And that's probably what she be telling them exes when they be like, hey, big head. And she be like, hey, boo. They be like, how you doing? Oh, I'm still doing good. You still with that dude? I mean, he here, whatever. Child, we know them conversations probably a little reckless, okay? Just a little bit. You said Claudia ain't innocent, but people not always cheating. They could be talking ish about you. Most of us keep some type of financial records or apps on our phone. Personally, I looked up all kinds of stuff. I mean, I get it. I just think that I mean, but you got to think about it, right? In this exercise, the exercise is about trust. So I would assume that it would have to go around with like the DMs and the text messages and things like that. But I do think that she definitely be talking to, her ex-boyfriends, and it may get a little flirty. And I mean, it's probably not like, cheating, but because they probably have some history or something like that going on, it probably get a little, it probably go just a little bit too far. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a man who's still attracted to you, because if he's still reaching out to check up on you, um, I can tell you, I've been looking up insurance policies. What? Say what? If you go through my phone, I'm going to jail. What are you out here doing? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know because I don't want no insurance policies going out on me. Never mind. Keep it to yourself. Okay, just keep it to yourself. Okay, so Radha is sitting there. She's just so confused and so upset. Girl, for what? Girl, for what? For what? I mean, I get it, right? She's saying, I feel like, like I already give him like what he wants and this, that, and the other. And so she's thinking that maybe he's talking ish about her to the other girls and all types of stuff like that. And I'm like, probably. I could see it because you know that in order to, have the dynamic of a man and a woman, but he has money, so it may be a little different, right? Because men who have money don't have to put in so much work to get the draws. Normal men who cheat have to put in, like, conversations, sell them hopes and dreams and stuff like that to get the draws. So I don't know to what extent he is going in with these conversations, but whatever it is, homeboy is not trying to give up the phone. I honestly feel like he's not keeping up his end of the contract. Okay, the one girl a month he's not doing. Okay, but we know this already. And I feel like, Dad, if she's letting you go and do whatever you want, why wouldn't you give her the phone? What are you really doing in there? What are you really saying? What are you really talking about? Like, what's happening? I'm with her on that. Like, are you talking ish about me? Are you telling everybody that I like to watch you have sex? Do you want to watch? You want to come have sex with me so my girl can watch? Like, yeah. Like, what is it that he's like not giving up the phone? Like, what do you have to hide after she don't basically make you hide anything? And you still don't respect her enough because the things that she asked you not to do, you still doing straight in her face. So I'm trying to figure out, what are you hiding, Michael? What are you hiding? It's just so weird to me. It's just so weird to me. And does she really want his money? She doesn't want you how you want him. Rather, he doesn't want you how you want him. See, this is the thing. I don't know if he provides a lifestyle for her that, she normally wouldn't have if she wasn't with him and she's comfortable with that. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that she came out of a 16-year marriage where she felt caged in. And so now that she's actually in this free moment of her life, well, in that free moment that she thought she was in, it seems like a good time. It seems like, okay, we can have our fun, we could do this. It's not so heavy, it's not so intense, I'm not locked down. And now she's realizing that she wants that, that monogamous relationship back. I think that is just starting to hit her, like, I don't want to be, dealing with side chicks and, having threesomes and stuff like that all the time. Like, I do want to have you to myself. And if we choose to do something with someone else, it's our decision. Like, we pick the girl and we do it together. And then she go about her merry way. Not you just getting to go out here every time I get my period, you want to go have sex with somebody, or every time you feel a little frisky and I'm not doing it for you at the moment you want to go do it. Like, I feel like that's like so selfish. It's so selfish. Okay. um But I'm with AJ because AJ said that Radha is very she's wishy-washy. Like, one minute she's saying she don't want the relationship if he's going to be cheating on her, and then I mean, if he one minute she's saying she don't want an open relationship, and then the next minute she's saying she want an open relationship. And I'm like, sis, what do you want? Because you keep saying I don't want an open relationship, but then you go back and say we got a contract, one girl a month, one girl a month. Like, do you want the open relationship or not? And if you're gonna have an open relationship, stop trying to put boundaries on it, because he's not going to respect them. Okay, if you're gonna let that man go out there and do what he's gonna do, you might as well let him go out there 100% and do what he's gonna do, and be happy in wherever you lay in that castle. Because obviously it's nothing you can say that's gonna change him from doing the things that he wants to do. And no matter how many times you say you have boundaries, it's never going to happen, because he doesn't respect the boundaries. This is why you can't give them an inch and expect them not to take a mile. This is why, okay? It could be money if she playing the game right. She got something on the side by now. Oh, who wanted it with drama, baby, STDs, the money is the money worth the feelings like this? I don't think so. But I also feel like I think it really does have a lot to do with the fact of her being in that relationship. She probably felt like she did everything right and she still got played. So now I'm going to lay the playing field of what you get to do and what I will accept, not knowing that these men going to do what they want to do regardless. They going to do what they want to do regardless. Married men cheat all the time. Straight married women too, some people. So, like, it doesn't matter what the contract is, it's the respect. I mean, I don't have to lay out the boundaries and tell you don't go have sex with someone. You should know not to go have sex with someone. Like, I don't have to tell you that. Should I have to tell you not to go have sex with someone at your big age? And we in a relationship? Okay, child, it's ghetto. But okay, so the men are sitting there talking, and the men are around Nick, and they happy that Nick gave up his phone. They like, oh my God, I'm surprised that you gave up your phone. I was like, yeah, me too. I'm so surprised that Nick really gave up his phone, because I just knew he wasn't gonna give up that phone. I knew Nick was out here doing things that he was not supposed to be doing. But I applaud him, okay. But when he said, girl, remember you love me, I think I was like, he probably like, I know it's something in there that you're gonna find. And I hate when people are like, oh, people can interpret things however they want to interpret it. If I can interpret a conversation that you're having with someone a certain way, then that means that you shouldn't be having that conversation. Period. Okay. There should be nothing to interpret the wrong way. I can have a conversation with my mother and you're going to read it. Are you going to interpret it the wrong way? Absolutely not. So why would I do the same thing if you talking to someone else? Unless there's underlines and undertones to it. You know what I mean? So, so he, We found out that Kiana said that she used to go through his phone like it was her kryptonite. She used to go through his phone for hours because he's a heavy sleeper. Like she would literally just lay there and go through his phone. And I'm just sitting here like, I remember that girl. I remember that girl. That daggone phone. Something, then you just be like, let me get the phone. Let me get the phone. And the one thing about them phones is that whenever you find whatever it is you're looking for, it's like, baby, it's like you hit gold, but it's just it's devastating. It's like devastating. It's like I expected to find something, but I didn't expect to find this. Like it wasn't supposed to be all of this. It was supposed to be a few texts here and there, but it wasn't supposed to be all of this. So she said the fact that he gave her the phone, she doesn't even want to go through it, and that is a big step in their relationship, because whether he did whatever he did in the past, she still stayed with him. So she can't hold that against him anymore. But what she can do is start a clean slate and say, okay, so if I ask you for your phone, whenever I ask for you need to be able to just give it to me. And not even want to go through it, but just out of just knowing that, the trust is there, that I can give you my phone, but you don't have to go through it. You know what I mean? So I hope that, for the sake of the children and for the sake of them both, because I know she really loves him, and she held him down. She held him down. She stuck around through the Iggy Azalea situation and everything like that. I really, really hope that he treats her how she deserves to be treated after all of this. After all of this, okay? She even texts his phone. She takes her phone from his phone and said, I love you. And I just thought that was so cute. And then here go Michael. I should have swapped my phone. Michael, shut up. Don't nobody love you. Don't nobody love you. Yeah, they already know it. But it's the one thing to know when someone cheating on you, and then to actually have the actual facts and everything in your face. That hurt, because I'm sure she knew that he was cheating on her. But I'm sure when she saw the text messages and probably pictures and DMs and stuff like that, it hit different. It definitely is going to hit her different, as it would anyone. Because to know something, or to have an idea, or to feel like one way, and then to actually have proof and evidence in your face, it's a totally different thing. It's a totally different thing. It's like what's happening over there on Love and Marriage DC, where Arena is sitting there talking about stuff. I have never actually seen him or caught him cheating, so therefore I can't say that he was cheating. Girl, bye. Child, it's the I don't want to see it. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing for me. Okay. Because if she wanted to, how he gonna find your DMs? Never mind, y'all. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother show, a whole nother review to do. Okay. So the men are trying to so now we get to Daniel. Okay. The men are trying to tell Daniel, like, you need to watch her tone. Styles P is like, yo, sir, you can say that you have strong feelings for her. Why you gotta keep saying I don't love her? Like, there's so many things. He's like, I'm not running game. I'm not gonna run game. And that's when I was like, that's what he think he doing. He thinking that he gotta put up a wall because she already is probably more accomplished. She has a group of people who, cater to her and stuff like that. And he feels like he's not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to run game. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. But like, sir, are you going to be a man to this woman? Are you going to treat her how she deserves to be treated? Or are you going to continue to act like a freaking fool? And for what? Like, grow up. Like, grow up. Grow up. And I felt so bad for Jess, because when Jess was sitting there and she was crying, okay? And she was like, when I tell y'all I came from nothing, not even love. So when he keeps saying that he don't love me, that hurts. And I could imagine, because how you be with someone for 8 months, almost a year, and all he want to do is run around and tell the world, everybody who watching VH1, that he don't love you. But yet it's still he on the show with you. And then he intentionally do things to hurt your feelings, do things to embarrass you. Like when she cursed that man, I was here for every last bit of it, okay? And we're going to get to that curse out, because the curse out was definitely needed, okay? But Claudia asked her that when AJ asked her about her relationships, she was talking about how she was in a relationship with Country Wayne. And Country Wayne was, was married. Child was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. This man had a whole wife and everything, and he had went public. Like, how you go public with someone else and you got a whole wife and kids? Like, sir. Where did they write in the cheating handbook to come out with your side chick on national on for the whole world to see, and you got a wife? Like, no one was going to say nothing. No one wasn't going to say nothing. Okay, cool. So then, that was a whole thing. But the simple fact that she says that Country Wayne treated her better than Daniel is beyond the F out of me. A man who had a whole wife and family also embarrass you in front of basically the whole world, your platform and some social media outlets, okay? And then you still feel like he treated you better than the man that you actually are in a relationship with right now. Why are you here? So you mean so? Okay, let's take out the whole embarrassment part about it. Let's just look at the actual relationship, what she thought she was in a good relationship. If he's not even meeting the standard of what you thought was a good relationship when you was in it and it turned out to be trash, why would you settle for this? Please tell me it's fake. please tell me it's fake, because like it don't make sense to me. Right? He gonna turn around and say, I treat her great. This is child. This is what I mean by the perception. The perception of people is like way off. He really think he treat her great. Okay. Right. And I bet you he couldn't even say how he treat her great. He just says it just to say it. He just say it just to say it. Even though he's not affectionate, he's not attentive. But he treat her great. He says things to hurt her. But he treat her great. He was married and still treated her better. Right. That's what I'm saying. How a married man treats you better. Child. That's how I understand, Jess. How are we here? If the standard was this is how a man treated me and it was great, how did we get here? Okay, it should be the next man gonna have to treat me better, and I'm gonna have to, meet his mama and his brothers and sisters, and I need to make sure he ain't got no kids and wife. You know? Because y'all know men know be out here living double life, so they could be out here, really giving you the world and the wife the world. Okay, because all he gotta do is tell her that he working and he be with her, then tell her that he working, he be with her. So he probably was playing a good game because child, wasn't they supposed to be like engaged or whatever, all this other stuff going on. And so for me, I feel like he probably did treat her very well in that relationship because she didn't even know that he was married. But at the end of the day, if this was the standard of what you thought was good before you found out everything else outside of it, why would you deal with all of this now? And he's not even the standard of what you thought was good. And then what you thought was good turned out to be trash. So we should be going for great. We should be going for greats right now. Okay. Amazing. Outstanding. Like that's what we should be going for. I'm just saying. Just saying, just gonna throw it out there, Jess. That's what we should be going for. So he's like, I realize I got her. I realize it's whatever. Okay. So yeah, Jess. I feel sorry for Jess. Okay. She was crying. And she was crying. She felt like, she's been being hurt her whole life. And that's a lot of our story, right? She said even her baby father was cheating on her. Then she found out that Wayne was in a relationship and she embarrassed her in front of the whole world. Every time she was in a relationship, they was cheating on her, this, that, and the other. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I see women like Radha who feel like they have to set a certain standard in their relationship in order to be happy because they know a man is going to go do something. So it's like, instead of me being naive to the fact that men are going to cheat, I'm going to say, how about you just cheat one time out of the month? And this way you get to have what you want and I get to have what I want. And it's like, why are we lowering the standard for these men to meet? Why are we dropping the bar? Why are we dropping the expectation and just to be with a man? Like immediately no. Okay. So Shamari, Ronnie, Claudia. Okay, so Shamari, Ronnie, Claudia, and KJ sit down, and and they want to talk about who relationship they feel is like the worst, and who they feel is better, this, that, and the other, or whatever. So Shamari says that she feels like Michael and Radha relationship is the worst out of everybody's. And then Ronnie says it's because he feels as though because they are not on the same foundation, like they didn't have the foundation that they're trying to go into. Thanks, Mia. Hey, Tawanda. They don't have the same, like they don't have a strong foundation, especially because she doesn't want what they have now. Okay, so Michael decides that he's gonna come in, and he got his henny in his hand or whatever, and they like, yeah, right on time. We was just talking about you. So when they sit down, now let me ask y'all real quick: who do y'all think is in the worst position out of Jess and Radha? You think that Jessica and Daniel may be better off than Radha and Michael? I mean, I guess if we had to choose, like, who would y'all choose? Me personally, I feel like um Jess and Daniel is worse off than me, because I feel like no matter what, if she decides to just stick around with the side chicks, she can just stick around with the side chicks. And she just gonna have to accept that. But Daniel ain't got nothing for her. Daniel ain't got nothing for Jess, okay? I like Shamari and her hubby, but baby, I need to see the next episode. She looked like she saw a ghost when he stood up on her. Let me tell you, we're gonna talk about the little clip when we get here, when I finish this up, because I I got my little theories on that, okay? So Radha's in a worse position. You think so? Okay. So Claudia asks Michael who he values more, Radha or the 12 girls. Child, the 12 girls. So he said, of course he values Radha more. But then she says, but would you be willing to give them up for her though? I'm like, no, he's not gonna give them up for her. That's why they here now. This is why they here now. This is why they here now. He's not giving up those girls for her. So he says that he basically says no. And I said, exactly. Just like I told y'all in my last rant, okay? If she says that she doesn't want to be in a relationship where he can have side pieces, he's going to throw her to the freaking curb, okay, and go find him somebody else. So all that I value her more than the 12 girls is BS. You only value her more than the 12 girls is because she's allowing you to have 12 girls. Okay, because if she decided that you can't have 12 girls no more, you're not going to value her or care about her, because you barely respect her as it is now. You're just happy to have someone that you can have at any moment that you desire. And you can go home to someone, you can sleep with someone, you have someone to do things with whenever you want to do it. You have somebody to share the red carpet with you whenever you want. You don't have to be alone. You always have your plus one. But you do not respect and care and love her enough to just make it her. You got to have all the other girls around. You like the idea of having someone to always be your plus one. That's it. And you don't even care who the plus one is, as long as it's someone. So if she ain't with it, you're going to go find you another plus one. Come on. Let's not act like you value her, please. You only value her because she's putting up with your BS. Because if she wasn't putting up with your BS, you wouldn't be with her. You would have tossed her to the curb a long time ago. You wouldn't even be on this conversation, up on this TV show right now with her. You'll be with someone else, whoever decided to be your plus one. You want to be able to always have a check. So now I could go on Couples Retreat. Now I could go on Marriage Boot Camp. Now I could go on all these shows with my plus one, because I got a plus one. Girl, if you don't see by now that you are nothing to him but his plus one, I'm going to need you to get it together. It's not love. He may have love for you. He's not in love with you. And that's just that on that, okay? So Jess is cursing Daniel out. I loved it. She said, you ain't gonna be talking to me any type of way. I'm tired of this shit. She was going off on him. She was calling him all types of a-holes and everything. You disrespectful, this, that, and the other. Jess bossed up, got her own room. When she was cursing him, I say, yes, girl, because I didn't. So you know how like sometimes when you see the women sit there and act, like a man say things and they shut down and they get quiet and they get, dismissive. I'm glad that she came home and she wore his behind out. Because what you not going to do, is disrespect me. What you not going to do is be out here hurting my feelings intentionally and screaming to the world that you don't love me. Then why the F are you here? Okay. So he wakes up the next morning talking about something. I just realized, like, it's not what I say, it's how I say it. How old are you, sir? At this big grown age you at right now in your whole life, you just now hearing that it's not what you say, it's how you say it speech. Like our parents said that to us a long time ago. You just now hearing that? I need you to make it make sense because it's not making sense. Styles P been trying to tell you that at the table all the time. Like, you don't get it? It's not going through in your head? Okay. I don't know what else we can do for you, sir. It's not what I say, it's how I say it. I really do care about bull. You don't care about her. You don't care about her. You don't care about her at all. He's trash. Right. He's trash. He got to go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He want to be in a bed all fake sad or whatever. I'm not buying your fake sadness, sir. I see right through you. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Grown man talking about not what you say, how you say it. Okay, Shakira, I gotta go watch that. So we about to wrap it up anyway, but we found out that Nick's father had a stroke. Okay, he fell downstairs. He's unconscious. So Nick and Kiana are leaving. I think she's leaving with him. And I love the fact that she stood by his side because she was going to stay by his side regardless. Okay, she was going to stay by his side regardless. And I really feel like there's a lot of love between them. So it's not much that anything can happen to like separate them. I just really hope that Nick straightens up and become the man that she needs for him after all the sacrifices that she made for him and dealt with all the things that she dealt with him because of who he was and the lifestyle that he had and the job that he had and what came with the territory. She knew what she signed up for, but she didn't know that when it was her turn that he wasn't going to be able to support her and respect her. And so now I think that if he could just stay on that straight and narrow and be a good father and be more attentive, and if she give him some good old sex, they probably could get that that chemistry back like it ain't nothing. Okay. Hey, Ellen. Now, let's talk about the preview real quick. So, Shamari was probably looking at Jess in that outfit because the bathing suit was definitely giving bathing suit. Okay, it was definitely giving legs and hips and body. Hey, right? Okay, so it was definitely giving that. So my thing, this is what I think. I think Shamari is low key. Well, we know she's not low key. She's definitely bisexual. Okay, and I think by Shamari giving that much attention to the women, that triggered Ronnie because he already dealt with her, basically leaving him for a woman. Okay. Now I just need to get into this thing. Okay. Because we know what happened in the past, but where are y'all now? What are y'all into right now? What's the insecurities? What's the games that we playing right now? And I don't want the BS. Oh, I be farting on him. Okay. No, because we didn't even get to hear Ronnie say what he felt the games was that she played. Okay. We didn't get none of that, or the games that he felt he played. They want to sit here and try to, just keep this one little story. They want to keep telling us this one little story. No, that's not it. It's more to it. It's definitely more to it. Why did you go leave and be with a woman? Why did you move in with a woman? And so you don't think that your husband is going to be triggered when you are steady complimenting women and, drooling basically over, girl, you better watch it. Because Ronnie, he got up, okay? He got up and he walked away and he was upset. It triggered him because he's scarred. He's hurt. I think that man loved that girl so much that he's willing to put up with her shenanigans. All of them. Because Shamari, she's one of those girls. It's definitely her in their relationship. Don't get me wrong. I definitely feel like Ronnie did his dirt, okay, in the day, back in the day and stuff like that. But I really feel like present is her fault. It's her fault now. Yeah, he was definitely pissed, as he should be, because it's like we sit here having an intimate conversation and you want to go be drooling all over another woman. And the fact that she left him for a woman, because we keep saying, oh, they had an open relationship. They had an open relationship where she ended up catching feelings. She had an open relationship where she ended up catching feelings and left her husband and moved into another apartment with another woman. We missing that whole part. In order to move in with someone, you have to leave someone. She left her husband and moved in with a woman. And y'all don't think that man feels in some type of way deep down inside his spirit, his soul? Yes, he is. He sure is. He definitely is. Because no matter how many times or how many girls he messed with or slept with or did whatever he did with, he did not leave his bed with his wife to go be with someone else. She took it too far. We had an open relationship. We both was doing us, but the goal was to always come back and get in our bed. You left our bed to go move into someone else's bed. So they want to keep beating around this. Oh, but what happened between you and that girl, Shamari? When you moved in with that girl, what happened between y'all two? Why all of a sudden? Why y'all break up? What happened? What happened? And now y'all got two babies, right? Because they got twins. Was the kids supposed to fix this? What's the story? See, y'all, I don't know. Y'all say that they are open book and you gotta look up the interview. I'm gonna go watch the interviews and stuff like that to see if they really as open as they say they are. But I got some questions. Okay, what happened between you and that girl that you left her? And then you left him for her, then left her and went back to your husband. And then y'all decided to have some babies. There's a whole lot of things that happen in between and out of here. I'm just saying. Okay. But yeah, that's that on that, y'all. That's Couples Retreat. I am definitely going to come back tomorrow. I am going to record Love and Marriage DC. I hope I'm not too late. I hope y'all still interested. But I still have some things that I wanted to say about that. And because I didn't do it, I took my nap today instead of taking the notes. We're going to do it tomorrow because we ain't got nothing else to do anyway, right? Okay. And then we're going to put a ring on it Friday. I think I'm gonna do an open chat for the reunion, y'all, because we might need that in our lives. Okay. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, y'all. We are 10 subscribers away from 6,000. 10. Just 10. Just 10. So if you're not subscribed, please add to the subscriptions so that I can go down and almost be at 6,000 because we're just 10. We're just 10 away, okay? And please like this video. And if you are a part of the replay gang, drop your yellow hearts in there and let me know you stopped by. I love when I see the yellow hearts, okay? Because I be like, did they make it to the end or they just know I love yellow hearts? What happened, okay? But either way, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to go eat my dinner. Talk to you guys later. Peace.